Alright, greetings friends. In my last video I showcased a miniature and terrain build for Crossfire Sector, a tabletop miniature wargame from ULC Battle Reports. I will put a link for that video down in the description. This time on the square table I will be doing a battle report. There are 6 different mission types to choose from. We are just going to go with type 1, Crossfire Clash, which you basically just go at each other for the kills. This is the most straightforward way to learn the game. I rearranged the terrain a bit since my last video to provide a bit more cover options, so let's get to it. Alright, let's do round 1. This game has 6 rounds. Particular in this mission type, I think. I don't know if it changes, but naturally this game has 6 rounds. And what you want to do to start a round is that each team can take 1 dice. The red team I'm going to call the Verdant Eye. I will put those stats up on the video. And the blue team I'm going to call the Azure Blades. I will put those stats up on the video. Now, the first thing you want to do is both teams take 1 dice, roll for initiative. The team who wins with the highest number on the dice roll gets to activate first, if you choose. In this game, it's alternating activations, so you activate 1 model and the next team activates a model. But it's a little bit more complicated than that. Say if the red team wins, they can choose to do one of 2 things. They can either activate 1 model, and then when it's the blue team's turn, they can activate 2 models at a time. After the first activation, everybody gets to move 2 models at a time. So by saying that, you can use a little bit of strategy, force your enemy to move. So if you win the initiative, you can actually make your enemy take the first activation, which forces them to move only 1 model. And then you get to move 2 models. And then it's 2 models from here on out per round. Let's roll for initiative. And it looks like the blue team wins. I'm gonna go ahead and activate first for the blue team. And the blue team, the Azure Blades, they can either move 5 or move half of that, rounding up, and shoot. I am not in range, so I'm going ahead and move 5. 1, 2, 3. I'll just leave that guy right there. So now it's red team's turn, and they get to move 2 models or activate 2 models. The Verdant Eye can move 4 and just do a movement, or they can move half of that, which is 2, and they have a range of 5, which I think I will start with this guy. 1, 2, and then we'll see if he's in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is. I'm going to call that a cover because this terrain is not quite covering, is not quite as tall as a model. So in cover in this game, when you roll an attack, and if I win attack, the attack has to be higher than this team's defense. And then if you have cover, you just get +1 in defense. And to attack, what you do is you roll 2 dice. 2 dice, you take the sum of the 2 dice, and then for the Verdant Eye, their attack quality is +1, so it's 2 dice plus a +1, and I have to do better than the Azure Blaze defense, which is 8. So see what happens. Rolling for attack. Good grief. That guy went way out there. So I got a 7, +1 is a 8. And I only got an 8 in defense. I'm sorry, the Azure Blades have an 8 in defense, and they have a +1 because he is undercover. So that attack was worthless. Okay, so since it's the red team's turn, the red team gets to activate 2 models at a time. I'm just going to try that again. 1, 2. They get to move diagonally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I assume that shooting is diagonally also. I'm going to do the same cover. So rolling for attack. 8 plus 1 is 9, which is better than the defense. But with the cover, the blue team gets a +1 on defense, so it makes it an 8 in defense. So once again, that attack is blocked. Now the blue team gets to activate 2 models at a time. The thing about the blue team is that their range is kind of horrible, but they kind of shine at melee attacks. So I am just going to move some guys up behind cover. 1, 2, 3. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just do that. And there'll be no attacks, but they are going to set up for melee. Okay, red team's turn. Once again, like I was saying before, they get to activate 2 models at a time. I'm gonna move this guy up. That's half. He has a range of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Rolling for attack. Ooh, I got a 10 plus 1 is 11, and that is better than the Azure Blaze defense, even with a +1 for cover. So this model is down. So in order to actually route this model off the field, I need to take another model and pretty much be within range to touch it. It's sort of like you're wasting a melee move. You don't actually have to roll for attack, but you do have to kind of waste a activation to remove the model. Hey, this is Future Evan here. I just noticed that while I was editing this video and going through the rules, that I told you that the only way to route an enemy is to move another figure up and kind of do a melee. But apparently you can use any of the other non-activated units. You can use activation and then shoot at the figure that is down. So that is another way. I did not do this on the spat route because I just overlooked that. So that will change the dynamics of the game and everything. Just something to think about. Thanks. So let me move another model for my second activation in this activation phase. We'll just move this guy in the cover. Blue team's turn. I got my last 2 to activate for this round. I can perform first aid on this guy, but you can only do that by moving half your distance of your standard movement. So I will not be able to get there. I will be able to get to him, so I will go, because their standard movement is just 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll put him there, and then hopefully next round I can kill him. And then, I don't want to get risky with this guy, so I'll just put him right here. Okay, that switches over to the red team's turn. And if I move him up 1, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do that. I will see if I can move him up 1 and see if I can shoot him under cover. Rolling for attack. That would be 9 plus 1 is 10. That is over the defense, and it's over the defense plus cover. So this guy is down. All right, that is the end of round 1. Blue team has 2 guys down. Red team has everybody moving. But blue team is creeping in so they can do some melee attacks. We'll see how round 2 goes. All right, we are set up for round 2. Let's roll for initiative. Ooh, red team gets to go. Now, am I gonna push the blue team to go first? I actually think I might do that because they need to perform first aid on some guys. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push the blue team to activate first. All right, so the blue team, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna move 2, and he is gonna be okay. When you perform a first aid on somebody, they are free to activate anytime as long as they haven't gone already. Now red team gets to activate 2 units. So, okay, for melee, you can go the full distance. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. Melee, you can do the full distance. And that's what I'll do. I will go 4. And then I will burn that activation to get rid of this guy. And that will put 1 point on the grid for the verdant eye. I feel like I need to disable him, so I'll move this guy up 2, and we're going to shoot. I would say he's undercover, so 2 dice attack. 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 1 is 9, but with a +1 for cover, that attack is no good. All right, Azure Blade's turn. They can move 2 models now. This is where things get nasty because they are hardcore with melee. So I will move this guy in. I will melee against this red guy. And the way melee works is that both teams roll 2 dice plus their attack quality, and then whoever has the best attack, whoever has the best outcome wins. And with Azure Blades, the blue team, they get a +2 in melee for attack quality. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be crazy. Okay. The red team, it's a 5, 6, 7, and an 8 with their attack quality. And the blue team has a 5 plus their special attack quality of a 7. So actually, the red team wins that melee. So this guy gets knocked down. I'm gonna go ahead and see 1, 2, yeah. I'm gonna go 1, 2, and try to attack again. Okay, oh good grief. So red team gets 10 and 11 with attack quality, and blue team gets a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once again, does not win. Poor blue team. I think for the red team, I'm going to first burn in action, moving this guy in and taking another point. And then, how far can it go? 1, 3. I can actually move this guy. 1, 2, 3. And take yet another point. That was the end of that activation. And the verdant eye are looking pretty strong. I only have 1 activation left for the blue. And I think I'll move him up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just have him ready to assist the other player. All right, 1 activation left from red team. And he can go 4 spots or go 2 and fire. He goes 1, 2. Man, they got that range. It's crazy. So 1, 2. Ooh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is more than the 9 defense. This guy is down. All right, so that's the end of round 2. It is brutal round against the blue guys. To be honest, I've played this game a couple times before, and if you can get in with melee and actually have good dice rolls, the Azure Blades are pretty tough, you know, just because they have that extra bonus for melee attacks. So it's just hard to kind of get in. These are two teams that are pretty fun to play against each other because the Diverted Eye, they have pretty decent movement stats, and they have that long range. But if the blue team could get in, they can melee. So I don't know. It's not looking good. It looks like this is going to be the final round coming up. All right, we are set up for round 3, and it is not looking good for the blue team, which are the Azure Blades. I think even if I get initiative, like, I guess I want to try to fall back and perform first aid just to have him, and hopefully I would have, the red team would have 5 turns of just horrible range attacks, but we will see. Let's roll for initiative. And that's what happens. The blue team gets the initiative. I'm not sure what I want to do. This is sort of a Hail Mary, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move him up, and hopefully I can actually win a melee against red team. That will disable him, and then hopefully I can dodge a couple bullets and maybe run around and disable people as I go. We will see. He can move up to 3 in melee. Here we go. The red team has some killer melee rolls. They're not supposed to, but that's what's been going on. And, okay, so we have a tie, but the Azure Blades, the blue team, have a bonus of a +2 in attack. So actually, that worked out. This guy's down. Okay, hopefully this idea pays off. Red team gets to activate 2 units. See, that just didn't work, because all I'm going to do is move this guy up to half and perform first aid. And then he would be my second activation, in which I don't happen to see this on the rule sheet. I don't think there is a penalty for me to shoot. Like, I'm not locked into melee or anything. So the red team is actually going to shoot the blue team, because the math actually works out better for them to do that. So here we go. 6, 7, and that did not work. This guy's gonna hold the line. I love it. It's blue's turn to activate, but this guy is down. So the rest of the activations, this is gonna be for red team. And this guy's gonna go 1, 2. This is gonna be a full blast because it's out of cover. Rolling. 4, 5, +1, is 6, and he misses. Same thing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I want to call that cover. Here we go. Ooh, misses again. This is the ultimate victory for this guy. Like, I know the blue team is probably going to lose, but I love that this guy is hanging in there. So, 1. And this guy's going to take a point. All right, that is the end of round 3, and there's only one blue team Azure Blade left. We'll see how far he can hold out. All right, we are set up for round 4. It's not looking good for the blue. One guy left. We're going to see how long he can hold out. He's going to hold the line. There is a crazy chance that, I don't know, I guess you can't win. I guess you can. You just have to, like, knock a red guy out and then wait till next round and then use the next activation to, I guess technically you can't win. I don't know. It's crazy. We're just going to keep going just to see what happens. We're going to roll for initiative. And blue gets initiative. Move that guy so you can see it. And blue is going to, yeah, blue will just melee the dude right beside him. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, what do we have? Oh, this is bad. 9 for the red team, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the blue team. So he finally falls. I'm proud of you, blue. And then this red will move in and take him. And that is game. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching this. I wish the game was a little bit tighter, it'd be a little bit more exciting, but you still get the gist of the game. The first mission type is just straight kills coming in, so everybody knows that when you're playing wargaming, it all just, like, sometimes the dice guys are just against you, and sometimes, like, your game just ends quick like that. Like, I've been a victim of that with even more crunchy games and stuff, so that's just the way it rolls. But I played this game a couple of times, and this is the most, this is probably the fastest game I played. If you play any of the other mission types, they're more of your, like, holding objectives and stuff, so I recommend playing those, but I just figured that for this video, just to show how the game works, I would just go for the straight kills. Again, ULC Battle Reports didn't reach out to me and asked to do this video. I just follow ULC Battle Reports YouTube channel anyway, and I saw this game and I just thought it was fun, and I just like to support creative people doing creative things. As of this video, the rules for this game are still free from ULC Battle Reports channel. I will put a link down in the description for that video, and it tells you how to get the game. Feel free to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and Blue Sky. Remember to be excellent to each other, and I'll see you guys on our next adventure.